Hi everyone, did you know that taking a walk in nature can improve your mental health? It's absolutely true. My name is Helen and this is the Shrimpy McGee channel. Thanks so much for joining me everyone here. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoy this video. But without any further ado, let's talk about walking, nature, and mental health. Now, if you've ever felt better when you've just sort of gone for a nice long walk and you saw the sky and you heard birds and you saw some trees, there actually is something to it. There is actually scientific evidence that suggests that there's a correlation between walking outside in nature and your mental health. And not only that, if you benefit from being outside in nature and hearing birds and seeing trees, that the benefits of that actually last for, if you can believe this, 7 hours after. So even after you've gone inside, you'll still have the benefits of having been outside in nature for another 7 hours. I'm actually in a sort of semi-natural setting. I wouldn't call this nature per se, but it's this really nature lover, as you can see there. I'm in a nearby park and you can hear cars passing, so obviously this is not an ideal setting, but you do hear birds as well, and there are a lot of trees in the area and you can see the sky, and the only thing that's really missing is a nice water feature. Like if there were a stream or something like that, that would really enhance it. But for me, the number one thing is to get away from car sounds. I find that when I get away from the sound of cars and I just hear birds and leaves rustling, for me that's true nature. So we'll take what we can get though. I wrote a story for an online magazine here in Toronto called locallove.ca. This is a magazine from the United Way. And so in it, I talk about the connection between walking, mental health, and nature, and how being in nature and going for a walk can improve your mental health. It absolutely does. Actually, this is a really well-known phenomenon in Japan, and they call it forest bathing there. And so this was sort of invented by the government, I think about 40 years ago at this point, to try and encourage, for at the time, male office workers to get outside in nature to help reduce their stress. I mean, we live in boxes. You know, our car is a box, our house is a box of a sort, our apartments are a box of a sort. You know, we go to a box, the office, we go shopping in a box, the mall, stuff like that. So this is a chance really to get outside of your boxes and to get outside in nature. So we're lucky where we are. You know, I do live in the city, but I have a lot of great access to natural trails. Talk about that a bit in the article. We have a lot of ravine system here in Toronto. And a ravine is basically, if you can picture a mountain, a ravine is kind of the opposite, where it just goes down into a deep area. And so there are trails there. And, you know, here in Toronto, we like to make the most of it. Even in the winter, you'll often find people on these trails, provided that they're not completely covered over with ice. In Toronto, we have the complete opposite climate. It is boiling hot today, and so it's really humid. It just rained a ton this morning, and so, but it is still beautiful to be outside. I'm listening to birds chirping right now, and yes, I'm hearing the odd car pass, which is not the greatest. But I've been trying this week to go for nature walks, and I think it's made a real difference in how I feel. So I would encourage you guys, if you're thinking about it, to try and see how it goes for you as well. No one's saying you have to run, you don't do anything like that. But the key factors from what I had learned when writing the article were that you have to get to see trees. So if you can, try and get to a wooded area. Sky was the other element. Sounds of nature, like birds chirping. And the other element, if possible, is water. So if you can hear those things and see those things, that's what's considered of benefit and to be, considered nature. So you should try it. I really encourage you to go for a nature walk and to definitely read the article that I've written. I will link it in the description box below. And let me know if it works for you. And where do you go when you want to escape to nature? Do you have somewhere near you? Let me know in the comments. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. I hope that this was helpful. Please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.